So this video is going to be really short, but I hope you guys enjoy it. Hey guys, it is Charles and welcome back to my channel, Books on Stereo, and I'm here to talk about the Goodreads Reader's Choice Awards thing that they do every year. Now, I know a lot of people like the Goodreads Reader Choice Awards and some people do like it, specifically for people who read romance. They have a lot of problems with the romance category, and that some of the books that get nominated aren't actually romances, and then there aren't a lot of indie authors that make that list as well, even though they may have more ratings than some of the books that are actually on the list. See, now I'm neither for or against the Goodreads whatever Readers Award, like whatever the contest is called. I'm not for or against it. I just realized that it is a popularity contest and it's not really based on whether the book is actually good, because I've seen Sarah J. Maas win, and you guys know how I feel about Sarah J. Maas. Realistically, if Sarah J. Maas or Leigh Bardugo or Cassandra Clare has a book on the list, they're more likely to win than, let's say, Adam Silvera or V. Schwab, or you get what I'm saying. The more popular authors usually always win, and it's usually the most popular books that are traditionally published that end up on the list in the first round. Now, I think this is really interesting because a lot of how the Goodreads Choice Awards are managed really reminds me a lot of the New York Times bestseller list. If you do any research into that list, you will know that the New York Times bestselling list is not just based on sales. It's based on a number of factors. So realistically, sometimes the books that rank number one don't actually sell the most copies. Sometimes they're there because they think the book is more important, they have editorial opinions, and so they rank it in a certain way. And I find this very similar to the Goodreads Choice Awards. So from what I know is that the books that make the first round of nominations are books that have been shelved the most. But I definitely feel like there's other factors that aren't really made public. Because if you go by how many times a book was shelved, I think that would change a lot of the books that you see that end up on the list. And also, I think with the category breakdowns, I find that the way that Goodreads is handling the different categories, specifically romance, is that they're considering almost anything that has like a romance plot or something that has a romance but it features more female characters, that it automatically gets shunted to that category. And a lot of those women fiction titles that wouldn't otherwise be in the fiction category get bumped to romance. And so with like both lists, I think they're very subjective. They're not really based on hard numbers. So I get a lot of the frustration that people have towards these two lists, but I think even though they are a bit subjective, I think there's still a little bit of objectivity with these books, and the fact that they do have a certain amount of numbers that do justify them possibly being on the list. But I also think Amazon's a company and a publishing house, and they help sell books, so it kind of works in their best interest to push books that are selling really well physically through the Goodreads Choice Awards, because I will have to say this, a lot of people look at that list and that's how they pick a lot of the books that they're going to read. And let's be honest, with so many books that come out in a year, it's really mostly likely going to be the popular books that kind of surface to the top of everyone's radar. And lists like this help prioritize those books and help them even make them even more visible to readers who are looking for their next read. And so yeah, so I hope like this little kind of like hodgepodge breakdown and analysis of the Goodreads Choice Awards is a little bit helpful for you, and when you're deciding on whether you want to participate in it, or if you have some gripes, I hope this helps to give you a little bit more information and a little bit more context to how this award, competition, award, whatever you want to call it, is run. I think either way, if you participate or you don't participate in the Goodreads Choice Awards, I think it's just important just to continue on reading. I think we all can say that Goodreads has a lot of problems, but it also helps connect a lot of us readers with one another by sharing our ratings, finding new and interesting books. But also, it is a business. They're not doing this for free. They need to make money, and since Amazon owns it, they're going to push either Amazon proper books that are published from their own publishing house, or books from other publishers that sell really well with specifically physical copies, because they make more money on physical copies than they do with ebooks. And why you see a lot of those books pop up more and more and more. Because let's be honest, this all comes down to the fact that these companies and publishers are all in the business of money. And so yes, I hope this video helped you. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you will be participating in the Goodreads Choice Awards, whatever you want to call it. Or let me know if you have any things that you like or hate about how this awards competition is run. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys with a brand new video. Peace!